What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the BuildaTrader YouTube channel. In this video I'll be doing a weekly outlook. Right now the current time is 9:40 a.m. It is a beautiful Sunday morning here in Seattle. Nice sunny blue skies, or nice and sunny and blue skies. Alright, first things first, we're going to start off with the news. There's not too much in terms of news this week in the market. On Wednesday, Bank of Canada Governor Macklin speaks, and then we have a FOMC member speaking on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Then on Thursday we have CPI, Consumer Price Index, for the US dollar 5.30, and then at 2:30 p.m. we have the Regional Bank of Australia, Governor Lowe is speaking at 2:30 p.m. And that's really it in terms of news for high impact and medium impact news, just mainly Wednesday and Thursday. I mean, there's a few other events on throughout the week, but they are minor compared to Wednesday and Friday. All right, and we'll be jumping into the pairs that I'll be covering, which are the Nasdaq 100, the USD CAD, the Australian dollar, AUDUSD, and covering Bitcoin as well. So first things first, we're going to start with the Nasdaq 100. Okay, so we'll start with the weekly time frame. So what we can see here is that we made a major wick, major sellers or buyers exhaustion wick, which is telling me that there is a lot of selling pressure here still. However, we did close bullish. Now let's drop to one time frame lower on the 1 day. We can see here that lower time frame structure was broken, and if you watched last week's video, that is what I was saying I was seeing for the Nasdaq. Bullish push up and then a retracement. However, it looks like a higher low is being formed here, so we could see something like this throughout the week. I think it may go a little lower, perhaps at this level, 14300, and if that does not hold, we may see prices come down to here. Okay, and then if this is the higher low, we will be pushing up and targeting 152.50 and possibly even higher, but 15200, 152.50 range is a pretty good area of resistance. However, on the flip side of things, if we go to a lower time frame here, let's see the 12-hour, we do see that there was a breakout of that range, and we did push bullish, and it looks like a higher lows forming, just like I said. But based off the higher time frame, we see that it is bearish, right? Like I said, off the weekly. And if this level right here, down here at 1400, 1390, around that range, if that breaks, these downside targets, these bearish targets, still remain intact down to 13400 range. And I'm saying this based off of the monthly time frame because we can see that we are bearish, right? Let's zoom in some. We can see that this level right here at 14700 has been broken. We're 50 points below it, right at 146.50. That's where we closed last week. And if we do get a continuation, a bearish continuation, then that is where these downside targets are going to come, right? We're going to push down to 1400, and then if that support breaks, like I was saying, we'll continue down to these levels here, or this level here. However, we do have some exhaustion, like I was saying, and based off the lower time frame, we do have a structure break, and it looks like, as I said, we're forming a higher low. So personally, I would be looking for buys on this pair. Buys for now if this level holds, but if 1400 breaks, sells, it's going to be a big bearish move. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Next, we're going to go to USD CAD. We can see that last week, this area of structure and support did hold. There was a bit of consolidation and a range forming here. It was real choppy. Here, let's start on the weekly. We closed as a doji, but there's a lot of seller's exhaustion here. When there's a wick at the bottom, it's called seller's exhaustion, and when there's a wick at the top, it's called buyer's exhaustion, right? So sellers are really exhausted here. Buyers stepped in and really pushed this market up off of this lower time frame, this 4-hour level of structure / support. You can see there's multiple wick rejections here. This would be a triple bottom if you were to look at things like this. Price made a triple bottom here and then had a breakout to the upside, and this move happened on Friday. It was backed by the NFP, non-farm payroll news, and had a major bullish breakout, right? So I'm gonna remove that, but this is what a triple bottom looks like. As you can see, left shoulder, the middle point is longer than the left and right shoulders, which makes this the head. And you could also call this an inverse head and shoulder, but I call it a triple bottom. But yeah, anyways, I do see the Canadian dollar pulling back down to here, back to this breakout range at 12715, and possibly even lower down to 12700. Might wick down to this area, and then we should see a push up to the upside, up to 127850, and if that resistance does break, hopefully it does, because if not, this would be a triple top, and that would be bearish. But if this does break, we could see a bullish move up to 1283 range, the 1283 price range. So if we do see that, based on the higher time frame, right, we'll get a wick down to here. You know, that from closing price of last week, that would be almost about a 50 pip retracement to start the week. Then after that, if this support does hold and this bullish move does come in, we could see about a 70 to 120 pip bullish move this week if a higher low is formed here, right? And that's what we need to see, is a wick rejection off these levels. A wick rejection on the higher time frame, but on the lower time frame, it will just be candles. However, given that where we closed bullish, it could just continue up. It could just open bullish and just go. Okay, we have to see how Sunday and Monday bring us. Next is the Australian dollar. You can see here on the weekly time frame, we closed with some buyer's exhaustion at the top. And last week I was saying that there was going to be a bullish retracement. However, it went a lot higher than I thought. I was saying at 7250 or 70250 and 707, price continued up all the way to almost 717, hit 716, 71650 before closing bearish and coming back down as analyzed. Now, what happened here is that when this candle closed bullish on the daily time frame, it initiated a breakout on the lower time frames, right? Because where this blue line is it broke above the close of the previous candle, which on the lower time frames is structure, which that indicates a break of structure. A break of structure indicates a change in market direction. Okay, so we saw on the daily time frame, this bullish candle here, or these bullish candles here, is that big bullish candle that we just saw on the daily time frame. This is where the previous candle was. It broke out. Once it broke this little structure, we had a little breakout of 32 pips before retracing down and testing this level, creating a higher low point. After that, it continued up. Now, it was bullish on the lower time frames, but on the higher time frame, it was still bearish. Okay, so lower time frame bullish, but higher time frame retracement. Okay, so then we created a double top, and then it fell, backed off the NFP news. So last week we pushed all the way up 170 pips, and then we but lined up at the higher time frames and started pushing bearish once again and fell 80 pips. So what I see for this week coming up is a retracement up to this broken level of support where this double top was made, and then a continuation down to the higher time frame levels at 687, 685 area down to here. Now there's going to be, it's not going to most likely not be a straight push. It'll probably, come down, break, retrace, retest something, and then, continue its way down, hopefully, to these lower levels here. Now, if this does not happen, if we don't get this retrace, the market could just open Sunday, Monday, and just continue bearish. Just the same exact situation I was saying for USD CAD, but bearish situation. So remove this. A good areas to sell the US or the Aussie dollar is where I'm looking at is 710. I have a sell limit order right at 710. Yeah, this is a good price range, and my stop loss is at 715, which is pretty wide, but this is a pretty safe trade in my opinion. So this is the risk to reward on this trade setup. And I will post this on the Instagram, letting you guys know what's going on, and share the results of this trade. But yeah, this is almost 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Next and lastly, we have Bitcoin. So Bitcoin ended up bouncing this week. It created a bearish engulfing on the daily time frame, making it seem like it was bearish, and it was, until this level broke. Right, this would be a structure break, lower time frame structure tool. It's a lower time frame structure break, which initiated that breakout. Right, this bullish move up. Now this is a lower time frame bullish move. I still believe the bearish targets are intact for Bitcoin. Okay, but yeah, this is about a 10% move that we did in about a day and a half. Yeah, 10% day, and then it went up a little higher over the next couple days. But with that being said, we are still bearish. We're still in a bearish trend. We're still in a downtrend. Let's back up to the monthly time frame here. Look at this. Bearish candles. We have a level of resistance and previous broken support. Now resistance right here at 44,000, 43,500 range. Now we could get a perfect retest of that. I could see the market pushing up here, or possibly even to 45,000. And then this is where the bearish move comes in, right? Down to here, and then possibly even to the 20K range and below. But this major level at 30K most likely will be broken. We will see another downside push, I believe, because the market never even came down to test this last week. This is just a bullish retracement on the lower time frame, and bullish retracement on the lower time frame, and the higher time frame is still bearish. Everything's still lining up. Everything's still lining up bearish. Okay, as we can see, this is where I was talking about. Price could come up and wick up to this area. It might overshoot this resistance here. Pump and then dump all the way back down. Right? So if this happens from right here, rejection from there down to here, that's a 25 or 27% decline. And then if that level breaks down to the 20K range, that is another 50% decline, like I was saying last week. And if prices end up rejecting from this higher level here, this higher level here at around 45,000, 46,000, that'd be about 55% decline down to 20%, and it'd be a 30% decline down to 30K. But either way, 30K is coming, and if 30K breaks, 20K is definitely coming. So be wary of that if you are a Bitcoin holder and investor. If you're trying to buy on the dip, like I said, 30K is a good level of support to buy on, but it most likely will break. But it is a good price in retrospect to the highs. But look out for 20K and possibly even 12K if this level breaks here. These downside targets are very realistic, and they are still intact. I also forgot to mention, please like and subscribe, as it helps my channel grow and is good for the YouTube algorithm. Also, if there's any other pairs you'd like me to cover, like gold, silver, oil, US 30, anything, let me know in the comments. I will add it in these next weekly outlooks. And until then, see you next time.